What's going on, guys? Here, I'll sit in this one. Good morning. It's not morning for you. It's not morning for you. Well, I am an irresponsible human being because I did not film it. Normally, I'd film a video on the weekend, and it would be ready to upload on Monday. But you want to know what? I didn't do that this weekend because I was just chilling, having a good weekend. So it's Monday morning, and I've got something I've been thinking about talking about. So I figured I'd just go right into that. Oh, by the way, notice someone's missing right now. Someone's slacking. His name is Will. I see you. I see you, Will. He's home. He's sick, unfortunately. The guy's sick. Not much I can do. I want him to feel good. I don't want to get sick myself. So he is home. He's still working, though. He's doing fine. Thanks for asking. I've seen a lot of people in this business for over the 2.5 years I've been doing it. I think it's been 3 years, actually. I should stop saying 2.5 years. I think it's been 3 years, actually. So over the 3 years I've been doing this, I've seen a lot of people come into the business, contribute in some way at some time, and then kind of go on their merry way at some stage later on. And I understand when people do that. It makes sense in their lives. They've got to, they can't not everyone can kind of give everything to Trigger Devils the way I do, the way Will does, the way that some of the other people who are in our inner circle do. So that's totally understandable, and I appreciate everyone kind of across the gambit of what they contribute, whether it's just a little bit here and there, whether they just bought the product in the early days just to support it. And it's still the early days. I mean, look at our office is a pretty humble office here, so I would still very much say the humble days. But there's a particular person who's come around recently. I'm not going to name drop, but this is I would say a Call of Duty influencer, YouTuber, streamer. I don't know exactly how you want to say it. Not a huge name dropper. It's not my thing, so I'm not going to put it out there. But if you watch, I don't think he watches the video, so I'm not sure that he's watching. But if you're watching, I'm looking to you. I really think that you coming around, the way you've been working with us right now, I think the timing is quite good. It's still early enough to get involved, and I definitely think that you have this YouTuber. I should stop talking to him because he's probably not watching this video. The YouTuber we're talking, I'll just call him a YouTuber, even though I don't think that that's a very good description of what he does. But just for the sake of simplicity, he's come around recently. He's killing it. The guy is killing it, and I appreciate that. I think that that's cool. However, my biggest fear is that having someone like that, biggest fear here, come in, contribute the way he's contributing, which is quite big. He's really he's done some things that have been tough for us to accomplish, and he's done it in a very short period of time, and that's what's it's not concern because we're ready for this type of work. We're ready to bring on more YouTubers, all that stuff. But my concern is the expectations. Everyone on the inner circle has been grinding. We have all been grinding, and we don't. It's very humble earnings from that. We're not we're not here because we're gonna be rolling in cash, this year, or even next year. It's a growing business. This is to a degree, it's a labor of love. It will be profitable at some point in the future, and that's part of why we do this, and that's part of why it's a smart long-term strategy to be a startup owner or affiliated in the inner circle of this business, because there are rewards involved with being here and grinding in the early days in the long term. But in the short term, there's very few things that justify the work we're doing in the short term. And so my biggest concern is that this YouTuber I talked to him several times about the long term versus the short term. And I just get nervous when someone's contributing the way he's contributing, that a month from now, 2 months, 6 months, like I said, there's very little in the short term to justify the work. And so my biggest concern is that he'll be like, hey, look, dude, I've been doing this for so long. I've done, this body of work for Trigger Devils. And he has, contributed, like I said, he's contributed in some pretty, substantial ways. And what the heck do I have to show for it, right? That's my biggest concern. And to have someone not feel valued, it would be a problem. It would be a legitimate problem. So this is, I figured, even though I'm talking kind of in generics, I'm not talking about this specific person only, but I figured I wanted to put it out there that being long-term, having long-term strategy is a good thing. You've got to believe in what you're doing 100%. But I tend to make much more long-term decisions. That's just my personality. I would ask you, in your situation, what type of long-term decisions are you making right now? You know what I mean? Because the short-term stuff is not always gonna, it's not always gonna pay out big for you, So in this instance, I just want to make sure, if you are watching this, keep your eye on years down the road. You will look back at the work you're doing now years down the road and say, I'm pretty glad I did that at that time. I'm just about certain that it will happen. But yeah, you got to stick with us. You got to be part of it and believe in it with us. Do the grind. And yeah, it's going to work out. I have no doubt about that at all. If you guys want to, just for fun, and I'm not going to confirm, but if you guys want to guess who I'm talking about down in the comments, go ahead and take your best stab at it, just for fun. I don't think I'm going to reveal this person anytime soon, unless he wants to reveal himself, and then in that case, that's fine. Whatevs. Don't care. I'm going to go work upstairs because I'm literally in my pajamas right now. So, I'm just going to go work upstairs and chill. Well, not chill. I'm going to work mostly, and I'll play Overwatch. And that's it. Enjoy. I hope you enjoy this video. I'm leaving. You should probably go. Bye. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, subscribe to the channel. In fact, if I can make my cat meow right now, you have to click the subscribe button. Okay, deal? You agreed, so now you have to subscribe. We'll wait. Oh, you're not done, are you? Subscribe.